Alright, so I was originally going to do this with nice video subtitles. They don't allow annotations on YouTube anymore, so that's pretty annoying. But, at the very least, I can put together a quick video to air out my grievances with the rollback on OMK and to prove that there's no shenanigans. I played Larry because, well, I still have a passion and love for this game, and I've had it for years, but I've lost that with rollback, and even the old version had terrible lag, right? And I wanted to kind of clarify a few things. It's not so much that I think I can win if we didn't rollback. I think my play style is very based on rollback, or not rollbacking, but at the very least, there are some situations I can point out in this game to talk about this, because I want to clarify, right, that I don't think I win every game if there's no rollback. But it's that it's really hard to be passionate and have the fire and drive to continue playing the game. And I thought I would be able to show this. I played against Larry. I guess I won't spoil the results of the games, but we played a first to 3. So far, everything seems pretty fine here. He ends up blocking. There was a few moments here in this. I'll turn up the sound a little. My audio desynced. I don't know why it desynced. It didn't desync before, but uh-oh. I need to mute everything except VLC. Very unprofessional video. But there was one example as early as right here. In this case, I'm not sure if he's rollbacked at this point, or if he's standing there. And it turns out he was standing there and he grabs me. It's a little difficult to see in this video here, but you'll notice that he does this 3B, and I'm not mashing grab because I think he might be doing like a 6B or a 5B because of rollback. So I'm inherently like training myself to not take things like, oh, I see him standing there. I should be mashing 2A or grab at this point, but I'm afraid because of rollback. So this prevents me from doing other options. And he just stands there, and you see that, again, I get grabbed pretty quick there. I'm not sure if maybe he threw me a little sooner, and then it kind of just goes. It's hard to tell with the animations. But I should have recorded this in 60 FPS. But I'm holding jump. He ends up back dashing into this. He gets the burst. And right here, I bring in Cannon. Larry is good, so he gets to get a full stun combo. So good on him. Good job, Larry. The best. You get better tools than I do for it. Nice, tricky. This is not rollback, right? Because if you look at this, he actually does the jump in the window cancel here. See it with the shattered? And then he's already there. So that's just him being tricky. You have to listen for that. So he gets me with another set, fucks up the combo. I guard touch. And here's the issue I really started to get disheartened about rollback. Whatever. I ate a throw. That's not going to like ruin this, right? But look at this. It shows that I hit him, right? Even audio-wise. Oh, I forgot the audio is super bugged out. But so I'm sitting here being patient. I have the meter, right? I run up, swing, I miss. So I'm like, okay, I miss. I need to block. Hold down and back. I step forward. I see, he could be committing to a slide. He does. I don't know if the slide was rollbacked. It doesn't matter, but I had the impression that he's going to do a slide, right? We see here. He runs forward. It's a little bit fast. He jumped forward a little bit. It's not too bad. Very easy to read. He does this 5 or 5C. I cancel it. I'm going to run up and 5B him. I see a whiffed 5B, and I immediately 5B to punish. You see that? It's brief, right? But this is all you need. Window breaks. Whiff. 5B. Hits! Hits! This big fucking line is like, okay, 5B into meta declare. Because it hits, right? So I basically tapped 5B on my controller, and then tapped the meta button, thinking, okay, if I hit him, I'm going to get the guaranteed combo. And worst case scenario, I get silent attack, and I can pressure him, and against not give his cannon meter after the block is done of 5B, right? But I 5B and go into meta. And then I do the slash for the hard read. I guess it doesn't reach. And I lose. So this is one example of rollback really not just making me eat a throw, but literally deciding the fate of the game, right? There's some other instances that'll come up. That was the main one I looked at. It was a little hard to see there, but I think that's just OMK screen breaking. Let's see. Was there the sound of a hit? Yeah, there was a sound of a hit, right? Roll back into not hitting. So I'm doing the 2A. He's doing this. I was going into a combo because, again, with the screen shattering, I was trying to go into a combo because I thought I had a hit confirm here, right? So, go in. Looks like I hit him. Boom. Slash. Screen breaks. I do my combo. 2A. I would think I was going into 5A. I'm not sure. But he was doing the tie. And that was rollback, right? I was just going off of the confirm because, you want to have tight confirms whenever you're playing this kind of style. Or at least, the style I do, where you go in and try and, like, really stuff people with normals. Lucy jump 2C is pretty good. It's insidious, right? Because these moves lead to situations where I take a lot of damage, at least for Ken and Lucy team. Here, Larry's just beating me with pressure. It's fine. Whatever. It's all good. Cross him up. So this wasn't really meant to be like an analysis of matches, but rather just to go through the rollback. And I was trying to make this a nice, smooth video with subtitles on YouTube, but YouTube and adding subtitles kept like freezing. Something happened here with the mix-up. For all I know, I think I did 2A, and then I did 2A attack touch previously, and I just did 2A 2B. So whatever, we're having our pressure game exchange. My 5A whiffed because Lucy's a great character. Looks like he's going to combo me. How far does this go forward? Oh, was that? Did he? Rollback has this thing where it does moves because you can see a situation where with a cross under, because you see a lot of Cannon's animations are kind of jerky. The frames, right? I recorded this in decent quality, but you see the frames from like the 5B to the 2B, they are kind of jerky and cancel into each other already, somewhat unnaturally, but it's a little more exacerbated. Like you see here, he goes 5B and then straight into hitting, as opposed to seeing the startup frames, right? And then straight into 5C. So this can exacerbate over-under mix-ups. So right here, he's going to do the over-under, right? And again, it's really hard to tell. I should have recorded in 60 FPS, but I see him on this side, right? He's standing. He's standing, 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 and then he moves over to the side, right? And I feel like, rollback and frames aside, right? He has teleported essentially because of the rollback movement from right here to further forward than he should have been. That's all I'm saying, right? This mix-up may have worked, but I didn't have a chance. He flies from here to immediately here. I didn't get to see the starting run frames in the animation. And again, this is something that decides a stun. And then he goes into Battler and does his damage. So, did this prevent me from winning the game? I would think so. Did it mean that I would have guaranteed the win on the game? No, absolutely not. Larry is an extraordinary player for all the shenanigans I give him. And I'm doing my best to play this out, but I feel like these situations have led to pretty big or deciding factors. Like I fuck up my wolf jump and don't do the A, so it's fine. I think that was just me whiffing to confirm for some reason. Oh, Larry was 2-saying, probably trying to low profile out of a move. It's fine. I fuck up my shit. It's fine again. Yeah, that might work, but kind of unlikely. So, here I just have two real big instances of rollback. I don't know. Maybe right here, Larry would have punished me. He wouldn't have gotten hit by the 2C because of rollback. And again, I'm not saying, haha, look at me. I'm just saying that this is why it's hard to enjoy this game anymore. For me personally. Because these issues with rollback, there's no option to set your own delay. In other, things, they don't force you to play with 0 delay. They let you put in 1 delay so you can have a bit of lag, but also have less crazy shit just flying all over the place. And again, this is really awful with Cannon and his starting animations. But there are a couple other grievances that show up There is one that happens a lot with 5B, I've noticed, with Battler. Notice how he'll kind of do 5B, and then he sort of teleports into a 3B, right? So he's doing his pressure. Here's the 5B. I think that's +1. And look at the frames on this. You don't even really get to see it, and it's already tight in the game, right? But it makes it worse to do these reads. Like, you barely even see the recovery, right? I don't have a chance to kind of jump out of this ground pressure, because if he's doing a slide, you can jump back and land on him, because the slide moves him forward a little, especially in the corner, right? Or you could jump over him, then wolf jump up, and see how the situation goes. But it's just immediately going into the slide, because at this point you want to wait for the potential guard touch on the 5C if that's your playstyle. And I wouldn't do it here because my guard break's fine. But if the 5C comes, you can't be holding jump. So instead you're just like, okay, is he going to cancel into 5C? Wait for it. Okay. You have like a couple frames of him walking forward into the 3B, right? And I'm just thinking, wow, there's very little in the way of like reactionary play. There, I think I just fucked up my 2A. That was not rollback. Because I'm still not like a perfect player. I don't have good execution. So I just try to be as consistent as possible, but even that isn't good. But I could continue going on into more of my grievances with the rollback, and there are other issues, and I think that this illustrates the point, though, of at least the first match going on here, that this is disheartening as fuck to play. Like, I don't like that. It was fun playing Larry when we were doing the reads, but ultimately, you want to play to win, right? And when you're having shit like this happen, it's really hard to deal with. And a lot of these throw mix-ups, again, these are hard enough to deal with OMK, right? So okay, get the guard touch. He goes into this, right? He's +1 million. He's going into 2-8. Look how he's like standing here. He runs, and then he does the grab. It's like, with some of these extra frames being cut out, it's just so hard to see. I mean, even in my rollback there, it looked like I didn't do the throw, because if he runs up and then does a tie, you whiff your throwing cannon and you get comboed by tie. So sometimes I just eat the throws against Battler because Cannon's throw animation is pretty awful. And I'm like, oh, maybe I can 2A him if he's holding jump, trying to get out of this, and it hits there, right? I mean, I really want to freeze this to emphasize that these are cues that you react on. These are big flashes that you see, and you're like, okay, I don't need to throw. I hit him out of his potential jump start. Maybe he was too far away to do his throw, and you get hit by the throw because you're not teching. You hit the 2A. Why would you 2A and tech? That actually fucks up your combo, right? So, what are you supposed to do here? Right here, I was actually mashing, but it was a bit of an executional error by Larry. I was mashing. It was like 2B into this, and I was mashing to try, because I wasn't sure if he was just going to go 2B and then pause and then 5B, because I'm just starting to guess at this point. It's like, well, I can't react, so I could just guess. But he went into this, he got the hit, and then I hit him here, right? I thought I did. So, and again, there's another example, and this one wasn't as big of a deal, because not every rollback is a huge deal, right? But here it shows a hit, right? And this can really just kind of throw off your rhythm, right? It's a hit, and then it goes back into not being a hit, and I'm like, okay, 2A, 2B, and I'm like, oh fuck, it wasn't a hit. I might have wanted to go, attack touch and 2A and then grab, potentially. Or do a closer jump C, because now, if he does a DP, I'm right in range of him, and this isn't a cross-up. Whereas with Lucy, again, right here, I could do 2A and then jump over him, and you're in a much more ambiguous situation for the jump C. It's pretty good, being right on top of someone. It's really hard to challenge this, right? Larry's good at blocking it, and he does the jump A. And right here, this is just me guessing with rollback, right? More examples of this. So he does hit me out of this. Good on him, right? And I'm like, is he going to do something? I see him moving back, so I say, okay, he's not landing right on top of me with the meaty 3B. Is he going to wait a second and then do it? So I immediately throw this out, just guessing, because I can't trust what I'm seeing. Doesn't matter, though. He's jumping away. But this is just, again, all I'm doing is illustrating how rollback is forcing me to play. And I was thinking, okay, he went back. maybe he's going to come forward with the charge, and I'll trade with the 2C. Because that wouldn't have necessarily put me in range to get fucked up by a slide. Also, I would have low profiled I'm sorry, not a slide. It would have beat slide with the trade, right? Because he'd have hit me and I'd have 2C'd him and knocked him down. But if he did a tie, I would have low profiled it and potentially hit him when he landed. So that's what that was, right? I go back, and now we have our dance. He misses the trip guard. It's pretty hard to do, I think, against Lucy in general with the jump C. I just backdash because I can't get this. Battler being Battler, it's fine. This is a hard mix-up to block anyway, where you just dash cancel after your 5C because you expect attack touch. So yeah, it looks like that was just me fucking it up. It didn't seem like there's any real rollback. All's well. Kind of fuck up the confirm. But, again, I don't... Whenever you get these little confirms, and I've had a couple confirms that were lies at this point, and now he just kind of starts getting hit, right? So part of me kind of doesn't believe this confirm, because it's like, he got hit by attack touch into 2A? Like, really? Like, I'm not saying Larry sucks. I'm not saying, oh, Larry's so stupid, oh, he got hit. All I'm saying is that this is just an uncommon time for someone to get hit. So I almost don't believe this confirm. And I don't pick it up, right? Because I'm like, yeah, people don't usually get hit just 2A stagger pressure, right? That's uncommon. That's uncommon as fuck. So I don't, believe my pressure string, and I just kind of stop, okay, is he actually blocking and he's going to, DP me? I don't want to do 5C because if I 5C, he's going to guard touch with his 4 cannon, bring cannon in with 3 meter, and my life is low. He's going to get me, right? So I don't want to do this 5C because potentially I'm rollbacked or this is something wrong with this confirm, right? Because it was just such a strange confirm. And I get, okay, yeah, John, if 3 moves hit, you're probably not rollbacking out. But with these little mind fucks and how fast OMK goes, because it's easy to say that, pausing the video, looking at it, and analyzing it, and saying, okay, well, I kind of learned that. Now I can be a better player in rollback. You get 3 hits, you're probably not rollbacked. But during the time, I haven't really studied and looked at this, in great detail. So it's just silly, right? Like, I end up winning the meta here, and just saying, right? Let's have a gander, right? See this? A hit. But he's actually not there. Thankfully, it didn't lead to me wasting a meta like the first round. But it did throw me off. Did put the spacing a little strangely. I'm being really aggressive, maybe jumping a little more than I should. But I'm trying to just sort of push the advantage here. Larry doing meta DP, it's fine. And then, of course, this really skippy cannon pressure is like, well, whatever. Hard to look at, or hard not look at, but hard to react to. I'm just checking one thing real quick here. Yeah, I was probably trying to mash out of it, and he just hit me, right? So I think that, again, there are other instances of this, but I hope that you see whoever's watching this, right, just as a video discussing rollback and what's happening. I wanted to do captions. YouTube was not letting me do captions. I don't have video editing software. I don't really think pirating these things is a good idea. And also I don't know how to use it. So, it's a little shoddy on the video. I'm literally just pausing VLC as I'm playing this. So, it's just a bummer, right? That this is the state of the game for me personally. It's really hard to be motivated to play this, right? So I hope, Cam loves to give me shit about rollback, and I think some people may not really understand how much of a deal it is, because a lot of people have different experiences with how hard and how much they roll back. Larry, is like, oh, I don't get a ton of rollback, and a lot of this is kind of for him as well, just so not only does he know that I'm not Johnning, but also the fact that people can see, hey, this is how one man sees the games, right, when they're playing. So, hold on, I think I caught another little instance of this. So whatever, I fucked up the combo. Right here, yep, he just hits me out, gets the counter hit, I land, flip out. It's pretty honest. Throw was a little jumpy, but what can you do? Yeah, not too bad. there to confirm there. But anyway, that is going to be that. I think I've made my point. If I saw something, I was going to bring it up. No, that was just me being... Okay. Again, I don't claim to be a perfect player. I make mistakes. I'm not going to pretend I don't. I definitely know I do. I'm not saying I'm going to win games if there wasn't rollback, but I do think that at the very least people can see my own personal cues for when those hits happen and how much it actually mind-fucked me that I couldn't trust those hits, that I kind of had to turn off my head to the hit confirm almost, and like, you know, because it was such a strange situation, I wasn't able to do that. Again, I can get better, I can adapt, but I'm adapting to Netplay. I'm not adapting to getting better against facing him, you know? I feel like the system is kind of in the play, or in the way of the competition, and, you know, that's not fun for me to deal with. It was great playing against Larry and having these great 3 matches, but unfortunately I'm just trying to illustrate that point, and hopefully everyone understands. So, well, I guess that'll be that. Again, not the greatest quality, but I hope it illustrates the point at the very least.